It's Friday morning here on the Football Spy Show, sponsored by our friends at the Car Giant Renault. The Premier League is back with us now that all but one of the weekend games have got the go-ahead, and the transfers just keep on coming. So let's do our first Spy Roundup. Now, this is Jadson. He's a tough, compact 27-year-old attacking midfielder, and he's the man that all the papers say is coming in to replace Fabregas at Arsenal. We'll go with the Independent for this one. They say that he will cost £12 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. In 7 seasons in the Ukraine, Jadson's won the title 5 times, as well as 2 cups. He's scored the winning goal in the 2009 UEFA Cup final in extra time as Shakhtar beat Werder Bremen 2-1. He gets goals from distance and inside the box, and he had a spectacular goal against Paraguay for Brazil earlier this summer in the Copa America. The Independent say that he's likely to be deployed in an advanced role in front of Jack Wilshere and Alex Song in the Arsenal midfield. Lots of you tend to send us your scouting reports on players around the world on a regular basis. If you've seen Jadson play and you want to give us your thoughts, let me know. As for Fabregas and Nasri, well, as we told you yesterday, Fabregas should be a Barcelona player by the end of the weekend, while City have to lodge papers with the Premier League confirming Nasri is their player today if they want him to feature against Swansea on Monday. Now, Arsenal stepping up their transfer activity with the Deportivo Sarissa striker Joel Campbell on his way. The winger at Valencia, Juan Mata, very much being talked about with Arsenal. Stay tuned to the Mirror Football website though for an update on that one. You might be surprised. Keep in touch with the Mirror Football website throughout the weekend, in fact, for the latest on all of the transfer activity. Now, elsewhere, who's going to blink first, United or Wesley Sneijder? The Reds say their move for him is off as they can't agree terms. Strange when you consider he's desperate to leave the club. I still think that one is going to be done by the end of the window. The Telegraph confirmed what you will already know from watching Football Spy. Jose Enrique is on the cusp of completing a £5.5 million move to Liverpool. He'll be a fine signing for the Reds, having solved one of their problem positions. Lots of papers saying today that Leicester boss Sven-Göran Eriksson is preparing a £3 million bid for the Spurs striker Robbie Keane. He will indeed have to drop down the division to play football, as no one can afford his wages. And the Sun say that Stoke are closing in on an audacious double swoop for Joey Barton from Newcastle and Nicholas Bentner from Arsenal. That would make Tony Pulis's team far stronger than it already is. One more for you, Owen Hargreaves. He's been given a potential Premier League lifeline by West Brom after a 3-year injury nightmare, which led to him being released by Man United in July. Time for your section of the show. Lots of you have been asking about the Mirror Football app. We'll get to that in a second. But before that, some more of your top and bottom fours. Nonny Steiner thinks United are going to win the league on the basis that, in his words, they're the best team around at the moment. He's got City second, as he feels that they're the biggest competition to United. He's got Chelsea in third and Liverpool fourth. Very interesting selections there. 24 Rules Acton. He's made his predictions for the Portuguese League top 4, and he thinks that Benfica are going to beat Porto to the title now that Andre Villas-Boas has left for Chelsea and could return to take Hulk, Falcao or any number of players. He's got Sporting in third and Braga in fourth. La Roja 34 has predicted his French league top 4, although PSG have spent the most money, around £60 million so far. He still thinks that Marseille are going to beat them to the top 4. For La Roja, Lille are going to finish third and Lyon in fourth. We'll do one more because Huin Kioma thinks that Wigan are going to sleep out of the Premier League with Swansea and Norwich. Remember, you can send me all of your predictions from any league, top or bottom, and we'll get them onto the show. We've got something else for you as well, because while we're in the prediction mood, we want you to tell us who's going to win the Premier League Golden Boot. Will it be Rooney, Tevez, Hernandez? Lots of you think Suarez. I've got a sneaky feeling for Man City's Edin Dzeko now that he's adapted to the English game. Let me know what you think. Now, as you all know, the Premier League season starts off tomorrow, so there's still time to beat me in this year's You the Manager fantasy football competition. This year they're giving you a free team, but the bad news is that they've squeezed the budget, so you'll need to have followed me to pick up a few pre-season bargains. Lots of talk about Risa offering good value, as well as the revitalised Steve line, and lots of bargains to be had. What do you think? Go to mirror.co.uk, You the Manager, to enter your free team. I'm also going to give another name check to our Mirror Football app. Take a look at this. Now, lots of you have already been in touch with your questions about the new Mirror Football app, so I've decided to get the man in charge, who knows all these things. I don't know what they're talking about. He knows. He's Nick. And Nick, I've got some questions for you.
Sure.
P. Murphy on the Mirror Football website's been asking, the app that I've read about, it's not on Android. Hope you'll be making one for Android.
Yeah, there certainly is an Android version in development. It's going to be available mid-October, end of October. Good news is it's going to be free, it's going to be refreshed, and there's going to be a new match centre in there as well.
Excellent. Milanista says here, hi Darren, could you please release the Daily Mirror app that can run on an older version of iPod? When I go to download, it says I need iOS 4. However, I can't get it as I have an older iPod and I can't afford a new one. Nick?
Yeah, so the app actually works on most softwares. If you're experiencing problems, you might need to update your new one. All you need to do is plug your phone into the iTunes, update it, and it's free, and you're good to go.
Thanks, Nick. One more question for you. Is the app on BlackBerry? That's from Manchester United 20.
Unfortunately, it's not available on the BlackBerry version at the moment. We are looking to develop a BlackBerry version soon. Watch your space.
I've got one other question for you. You're an Arsenal fan. Chances
I'm
this
indeed.
season?
Top four, you know, given the players we've got at the moment. If we can spend and get some replacement for Fabregas and Nasri, then maybe we can break, you know, top three.
The Guardian say Thomas Hitzelsberger could be in line for a return to the Aston Villa side after Alex McLeish admitted his interest in the player. The Mail say that Spurs are going to move for the Shakhtar Donetsk midfielder Willian if they lose Luka Modric to Chelsea. The Sun say that Roma want the Chelsea midfielder Yossi Benayoun. Now, the only game off this weekend is a Tottenham match against Everton. That's been postponed because of the riots here in London. It means we can press ahead with our other competition because we want to know which team is going to score the most goals of this opening Premier League weekend. Lots of you have already been in touch. It's the Saturday games and the Sunday games only, please. The game between City and Swansea on Monday is not included. Just the Saturday and the Sunday games. Which team is going to score the most goals of this opening Premier League weekend? Loads and loads of you have already been in touch. On our Daily Mirror channel, Gary Napier is in Dundee in Scotland. He thinks it's going to be Manchester United. They play West Brom on Sunday. Also the game between Chelsea and Stoke. Aaron in Swansea thinks that Chelsea are going to be the winners and they will score the most goals. They play at the Britannia Stadium. Gully Ballo is in the USA, says it's going to be Arsenal. They play at Newcastle tomorrow. And Ashwin is in Bangalore, India, and he thinks Liverpool are going to score the most goals. They're at home to Sunderland, and I think that's a really good shout. Keep the teams and your tweets coming in to a stand. Rob and Steve are waiting to update you with all of the latest breaking transfer news on the Mirror Football website, so log on there for all of your updates. And I'm back on Monday. In the meantime, enjoy your football.